Your phone just buzzed. You already know it's nothing. A spam alert, maybe, or an app update. But you're going to check it anyway. You always do. You think you're checking because something might be there, but the real reason is far stranger. You're not chasing a reward. You're chasing not knowing whether you'll get one. In the 1950s, a psychologist named B.F. Skinner ran an experiment with pigeons and levers. Pigeons that got food every time they pressed the lever pressed it calmly, only when hungry. But pigeons that got food unpredictably pressed the lever constantly, frantically, even when they weren't hungry at all. Your phone is a lever. Every unlock is a press. Sometimes there's a message, sometimes there's nothing, and your brain has quietly filed it under the same category as that lever. Not reliable source of good things, something far more addictive. Unpredictable source of maybe. Here's where it gets stranger. This isn't really about the reward at all. A neuroscientist named Wolfram Schultz spent years studying dopamine, the brain chemical everyone blames for cravings. What he found flips the story on its head. Dopamine doesn't spike the most when you get something good. It spikes the most in the second right before you find out whether you will. That gap between reaching for your phone and seeing the screen light up. That's the peak. Not the notification. The uncertainty right before it. You didn't build this habit on purpose. It was built for you. The pull to refresh gesture. The small delay before a like count updates. The red dot that tells you something is waiting, but not what. Each one is a lever engineered to keep the reward just uncertain enough that you'll keep pressing it. A psychologist named Larry Rosen, who studies anxiety around technology, found something that sounds backwards. People who check their phones the most often aren't having the most fun doing it. Many feel anxious right before they check, briefly relieved after, and then anxious again. That's not entertainment, that's a loop. Have you ever unlocked your phone with no memory of deciding to? That's not carelessness. That's a habit loop running so smoothly it no longer needs your permission. So tonight, when your phone buzzes and you already know it's nothing, and you check it anyway, notice what you're actually chasing. It was never the message. It was the moment right before you saw it. Your phone just buzzed again. You already know it's nothing, and you're going to check it anyway. Not because something might be there, but because for one flickering second before you look, you don't know if it is. And that not knowing is the only reward your brain ever really wanted.